Hey guys, so I'm here today. I'm going to be testing out this new, I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me, this BYS eyeshadow palette in berries. There's a few different one of these, and I'm going to try to dupe it out with the Modern Renaissance. I'm going to be doing comparison swatches at the end, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I have all my makeup on except for eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, stuff like that, and blush because I want to match it to my eyeshadow and highlight. I'm going to put that on after, but here's what this palette looks like. And it literally looks so similar to the Modern Renaissance. It comes with these two little things that I will not use, but the Modern Renaissance one actually comes with a brush that I actually use a lot, and I really do like it. But the Modern Renaissance is $45, and then the BYS one is only $6 because I got it on sale. And you probably can get it on sale too since it's the holidays, so check that out. I got mine at Shopko and they had 50% off on Black Friday, but I bet they'll have it again when holidays come by again. But here, let's see them side by side. I have not used these. I have swatched some of the shades in the BYS, but here's what they look like. They look so similar. There's about, I think I counted, there's 14 in the Modern Renaissance and only 12 in this, so it is missing 2 shades. But I think it's fine because they make up for it. The one that they're missing is Golden Ochre, but it kind of mixes in with like these 3 shades down here, since they only have 2 of these type of brown matte shades. And then another one they're missing is Warm Taupe. I don't have as many brown matte shades as the Modern Renaissance, but we'll see if we can create a look that looks exactly the same. I've never done this before, so I'm super excited because I saw this on the shelves and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks exactly like Modern Renaissance. They have a whole bunch of other palettes too, so if this is really nice, I might go pick up some more. They have one that looks like all of the Naked 3 palettes, and then just some other stuff like that. So let's get started. I'm doing the BYS on the left and then the Modern Renaissance on the right. So let's get started. When I was doing my makeup earlier, I did put this cream shade on the lid to set my eyelids, and then I used Peachy for this palette, and then I used Tempera for this. It doesn't look that light. It's more like a beige color, and then as I can tell too, this one doesn't have any shimmers in it, while this one has a little bit of shimmers in that cream shade. But let's get started. And then I have a whole bunch of brushes here that I'm going to use and keep them separate. So I'm going to try to find brushes that are somewhat similar in shape. So I'm going to do these 2 paired together. So one's going to go with Modern Renaissance, one's going to go with the other one. I'm going to pair these 2 together. These are similar, so I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other. I thought these 2 were similar, so I'm going to use these 2 together. And then these 2 are somewhat similar, so I'm going to use these for the outer shade. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to go in to BYS and go into the Toffee shade. Toffee is right here. And also, there's a weird smell to this. I think it's the packaging when I first opened it, but right now, I can't really smell as much, so it probably does go away, which is good. So let's get into this. As you can see, it's a little patchy. Hopefully, I can fix that. And then now I'm going to put in Sundown. Alright, so here's what I have so far. Let's go to the other eye and make it the same. For the Modern Renaissance that are similar to the other colors, I'm going to be using Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange in my crease. They're both pretty powdery, I would say. Where do I go from here? Why so down, should stay run slow. As you could see, it did go on a little quicker, but they do look the same. Now let's go into Modern Renaissance again and just put in a little of the red ochre that's right here. Just lightly, very lightly. Now we're going to go into the BYS and go into Royalty that is similar. Even though the shades aren't perfectly the same, you still can get somewhat the similar look. So that's what I'm trying to go for right now. The mirror in this is kind of weird. It kind of feels like it's like those cheapy mirrors that makes my face look more like magnified. So it's kind of making me dizzy. So I'm going to use the Anastasia palette for my mirror. It was a little too much. But that's very pigmented and they look very similar. Look at that. Okay, now since there's more on that, I need to put a little more on the other one. Okay, so we're already ready for the outside part of your eye. So what do people call it, like that outside of your eye? I don't know. I think I'm going to use Antique Bronze. And I'm putting that on the outside. That looks really pretty. Okay. Now blend it just a little bit. And now I'm going to put a little more on. So now I'm going to go into BYS and use Antique in this one. So that's very similar names. Since the BYS one was 50% off, it's regular like 12 something, so just wait till you see the sale and then buy it. But if not, just buy it for 12 bucks. It's still cheaper than the Modern Renaissance. So I kind of blended it with this and I kind of took everything away. So I'm kind of nervous since that happened of the longevity of this shadow, the BYS one. Okay, so let's put on the lid shade now. I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to use Radiance in the BYS palette. And if that doesn't look good, I'm going to mix it in with Glow. They do feel so creamy though. That's what I don't understand. I'm just using my fingertip for that. I use my left and now I'm going to use my right in Vermeer in the Modern Renaissance. That's way more pigmented. Okay, this one looks way more white as you can see. So I'm going to have to go in with the golden one to kind of dim it down a little bit. And in this, it's called Primavera. Faces passing by too fast to record. Okay, so this looks kind of bad. Let me fix it. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of Antique Bronze on the lid as well to dim it down a little more. There, I made like a nice little pretty custom shade. Okay, I think that looks so much better now. Now I'm going to just blend in a little more of the burnt orange into the crease just to blend everything back together. And then we're good with that eye. So now let's move on to this one. Let's somewhat do the similar thing because I layered a lot of shadows. I'm gonna make this a little more white with Radiance and then put in Glow and then put in Antique. That's made of time and place. Silence gets so loud to strangers in the crowd. There. I literally think they look so similar. They literally look the same. Now I'm gonna go in, blend a little bit. Let me put on the rest of my makeup and I'll check back in and tell you how I feel about all these shades and how everything went on. So I'm back. I put on all my makeup and guys, I think I really like this so far. I'm going to test it out throughout the day. I'm starting a new series of Shop My Stash like Liv Loves Her Makeup does. So I'm going to be doing that. So I'm going to be wearing this eyeshadow palette for the whole week, or like how many days I wear makeup, because I do not wear makeup every single day. So I'm going to try to wear this at least 3 or 4 times and see how they last. I'm also going to see how it lasts at the end of the day. So I will update you in, well, she does fails and holy grails, but I feel like that's kind of hardcore copying her. So I'm going to try to think of something new to do, of like updated Shop My Stash maybe or something, and I will update you then and see how it is. So check that out. I'm about to film that after this, so I'm excited to start a new series. But overall, these look the same. Literally, I can't tell the difference. You see like a little thing right there, but like in real life, I don't see that, which is kind of weird. But guys, this looks awesome and it's only $6. I had a whiff scent of it a little bit, so it still kind of has that smell. I'm guessing when it's in the air a little more, it will stop smelling like that and go away. So I'm assuming that since it's going to be in more like air and stuff, it will hopefully stop smelling weird. So check my video in a week and that I upload about this and see how it does. But overall, I think it looks super pretty. I'm just wondering how long it will last compared to my Anastasia one. Okay guys, so I'm going to start swatching. Don't mind the swatches on my hand right now, but I'm going to be swatching the Modern Renaissance first. Here's Tempera. Now onto Golden Ochre. Vermeer. As you can see, they're very powdery kind of, but that helps because then that brings on more pigment. Here's Braun Fresco. Antique Bronze. Love Letter. Cypress Umber. Uh-oh, I'm gonna run out of room. Raw Sienna. That didn't swatch very well. Burnt Orange. That's weird, those aren't really swatching very well, but they do go on to the eyes pretty well. Here's Primavera. Red Ochre. Venetian Red. Warm Taupe. The mattes aren't swatching very well. But they do blend pretty well. And then lastly, we have Real Gar. There is all the swatches of Modern Renaissance. I don't know why they aren't swatching very well, which is fine. I'd rather have them perform well than swatch well. So let's go on to the next palette. Okay, so I took off all of the swatches and I got some on my shirt. But it's okay. So let's get started. It should be fine. There's a little red marks on my arm because I was kind of scrubbing hard, but it should be fine. It shouldn't go all the way up here where there's a little stained because there's only 12 instead of 14 shades. So let's get started. We first have Peachy. I'm going to have the palette sideways kind of so I can swatch it easier. The next is Radiance. Those look somewhat similar. The next is Glow. The thing is too, these are really buttery compared to the Modern Renaissance. Here is Toffee. Sundown. That didn't swatch very well. Majestic. See, as you can tell, these are a little more lighter than the Modern Renaissance, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because like you saw in my try-on, I had troubles because the Modern Renaissance side was a little too pigmented that it made it really stark white for this like radiance shade on their palette. So I really do like this and you can build it up as you could see, but I'm going to see how it does again during the day because that tells the true test. The next one I have is Royalty. Next is Cherry Bomb. Ooh, that one's a good one. Juliet. Uh-oh. I feel like that's a little more purple than the Modern Renaissance has. The next thing I have is Berry Haze. I would say the mattes in here are swatching way better than the other ones in the Modern Renaissance, but they do feel so buttery, which is so crazy to me because this is a cheaper palette. The next one is Antique. That's a good swatch. And then the last I have is Shaded. So here are the swatches for the BYS palette. I think they look pretty good. The main test I have is just how they perform. So I do think the swatches aren't as good or pigmented as the Modern Renaissance, but like I just said, it doesn't really matter how pigmented they are, it just matters how they blend and how much you can build it up if you want to. So it just depends on your thoughts. But here are the swatches. Now I'm going to put in the picture of both of them and see how they look compared to each other. Dang guys, I didn't take a picture of the Modern Renaissance, so the picture isn't going to look the same as how good this looks. I'm going to redo the Modern Renaissance so I can have a better picture, so the swatches might not be in the exact same spots. It will be in the same order, but maybe not exact same like lines they had in the swatch video I had. This is passing by too fast to recognize, caught inside. Hey guys, here's what the eyeshadow looks like. I literally look like a hot mess right now. But like the thing is, like I don't look like that in the mirror. I don't know. That's weird. But I think it did really well and I'm so amazed that it held up. This side is the BYS. This is the Anastasia one. So I'm so surprised. I think you guys should go check it out. It's about $6 or $12. Just wait for a sale because it's the holidays and go buy one or go buy another one that you're more interested in. I thought it'd be better to do a check-in because I didn't want to force you to watch another video. So I just wanted to give a brief overview that I really like this palette. I do want to try it out again throughout the week, but I think it's a good one. I hope you guys liked watching this, and I'll see you guys some other time. Bye, guys!